I've seen way too much anime. And because of that, I feel like it's my job to show you guys the good, the bad, and the mid that anime has to offer. Now, that being said, I only have 5 minutes to review these shows, including the intro that I'm giving right now. So, to give myself a nice amount of time to talk about this show, I'm gonna get right into it. And today's anime we're gonna be talking about is 365 Days to Get Married. Now, that name might sound a little weird to people, and I will say, it is not weird at all. It's actually very wholesome. The concept of the show is a company is opening up a new branch in Alaska, and they are looking to send employees out to the new branch so they can help cultivate the new office. However, these people live in Japan. They don't want to go to Alaska. They don't want to pick up their lives and move to a country or a place that they've never been to. So there are two newer employees who are at the bottom of the totem pole, meaning that the newer employees were going to be sent, one of them was going to be sent. So a guy and a girl who really didn't know each other decided to concoct a plan to get engaged, or pretend to get engaged, so they can avoid being shipped off to Alaska. And the reason for this is there is a management clause stating that if you have a wife or a husband or a family, you are not going to be forced to move, right? And these two people are both very introverted. The guy lives alone with his cat. The girl lives alone in her apartment looking at maps. She's a big map person. And throughout the story, we learn about these two characters and we learn why they're so stuck in their shells. The boy is from a rural town, and he has a very strong patriarchal system where he's from, and he feels that his father is very old school in a lot of ways. And they don't have a horrible relationship, but it's not as strong as a regular father-son relationship should be, because the father thinks the son does things halfway, the son thinks the father is too old school. And throughout the anime, we see these two people who don't really know each other. I mean, they see each other every day at work, but they don't really know each other, come together and try and put up this guise of them being in love. And obviously, spoiler alert, it is a romance anime, so they do end up falling in love. However, it's not in the way that you think. It's not the typical build up and tear down of a romance anime. It's not like they concoct this plan and then 5 episodes in, they're like, oh my god, we like each other, let's date. It's a kind of constant struggle of, are these feelings real? What are they? How do we dissect what we feel about each other, and how do we separate what's pretend and what's real? Very quickly they decide they're not going to lie to their families. So they tell their parents the truth, but they're lying to pretty much everybody else in their day-to-day lives that they see at work. So it's this big kind of circus of, I don't know what's real and what's fake. And there's even a point in the show, spoiler alert, when they end up moving in together and even still faking it, not even being serious, not being committed to each other yet. And there's this weird kind of tension that's building between the two characters. And once we get to the end of the show, once we get to the final 2 episodes of the show, we get an ending that is, in my opinion, very fulfilling, but also kind of breathes some life into the kind of endless cycle of mediocre anime that we've been getting. For me, this anime is an 8 out of 10. And maybe it's me being biased, maybe it's me being thankful that we're getting kind of a breath of fresh air, something that's a little bit more unique, something that's not super played out. But if you like romance, if you want to give something new a try, and you're tired of watching fight scenes all day, I highly recommend this anime. So, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the video in the comments below. Bye.